rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no...
It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Dustin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. He's got room to roam here. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First down, and they go right back to him. He cuts it right. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead right away. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. To return to Rome Ford. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Winston now. Searches. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Normally, when we say somebody's on skates, we're talking about that offensive lineman, right? Driven right back to the quarterback. But I think it's applicable for the entire offense to be on skates. 2 plays, 2 negative plays. Got to find something positive here on third down.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Here's Winston to the air. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
On their own end zone, and he gets it away. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Saints will get set to take over. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Get the fullback involved here. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Up the gut they go with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. looking out of the gun. It's Carr. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. That's grabbed at the 10. He gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Browns will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Winston looking to throw. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. To throw, here's Winston. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Putting a receiver in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for Cleveland. 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. A give to Chubb, running left. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's all the way down at the 32-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target there was David Njoku. And it's 3rd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
To the air, 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Running behind center with Camaro. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Carr. He has the first over the middle. Into the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints pull out in front further, 13-zip. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints double their lead to 14. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Winston. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing is Winston. Finds his back complete. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and that gives the Browns a 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. It's the Browns, lined up with a 2nd and 8. From the 31. He's on the move. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. Winston to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he drives this forward to the 6. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. Has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a one-score game before halftime. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Tight end going in motion here. From the 32. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They motion the tight end over. Carr throwing on third. Catch is made down the right sideline. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They kick the running back in motion. Carr with it on first. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Man, he really lobbed that one downfield, didn't he? Tried to lay it in there for a big completion. I think he just got a little too much loft on it, though, and it's intercepted.
I really do think in that spot, though, Kate, it was the right type of throw.
Yeah.
But that air, in this league, you put air on the football as a quarterback, you better be exactly right, because as fast as these defenders are, they can recover and go get it, which they did right there.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Here comes the final play of our first half. Throwing it just before halftime. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 10. And he'll be touchdown after a big play. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Winston. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds a seam down the middle. touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Winston to the air. It's into the hands of Chubb. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Winston looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Third and long for him here. He'll get this complete to Chubb. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Browns a first. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down from the red zone. Hits him on the out route. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Winston now. This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Winston. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns tie things up at 14. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Kamara. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grab the lead on their first series of the half. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one right down the middle. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Center return, Nyheim Hines. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send him left out of the slot. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
2nd down now, 7 to go. To throw, here's Winston. Throw wheeled in by the Njoku. He starts down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing is Winston. That one complete to Njoku. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Winston to throw it. Able to get it to Moore. He's still going at the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This our last play of the quarter. Throwing it again here. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Brings up second and goal at the Saints' 10-yard line.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up. It's second and goal. Throwing from the gun. Quick slant complete. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Buckle up. It's third and goal. Motioning the tight end now. Third down from the gun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Back to throw it. Throw is caught by the back. Touchdown, Cleveland. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's second and 11. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Juan Thornhill takes it away. And the Browns are finally stopped on the return, but they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense, and this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running right with Chubb. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! And the Saints will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Setting up to pass. That'll be caught. It's Jamal Williams.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Another run for Williams. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. to throw. Taken in by Shaheed. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Here he is to throw. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw if you're about to get smacked.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Williams on the carry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So here's Blake Groupie with a game in the balance. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now out comes the second-year kicker in one of the biggest spots of his young career. The kick is good. He got it. And he drills the chip shot to win them this game. So this a win on the road for the Saints. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Saints, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.